What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful Monday evening. Rest in peace to Roberta Flack. She was a powerhouse in her own right. She's most notably known for one of my favorite songs, Killing Me Softly, which was remade by Grammy Award winning artist Lauryn Hill. So I grew up listening to Lauryn Hill's version. My mom and grandma grew up listening to the OG, the original, Roberta Flack. Both are beautiful. And she was just a trailblazer in her own right. Let's get into her um, biography from NBC News. It says Grammy Award winning singer Roberta Flack, who crooned hits like Killing Me Softly with his song The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face, has passed away. She was 88 years old. That is the goal. Just I know, just on a side note, um, my prayer is that I, reach a long, well lived life. I don't know. I know people who um, almost disparage getting older, but especially in times we're living in now, reaching 88 is such a blessing. It is such a well lived life, and Roberta Flack did it beautifully. In November 2022, a representative announced that Roberta Flack had ALS, commonly known as Lou Gehrig's disease, and could no longer sing. The progressive disease had made it impossible to sing and was not easy to speak. In a statement on Monday, representatives for Flack said that they are heartbroken by her passing. She passed away peacefully, surrounded by family. Roberta broke boundaries and records, and she's also a proud educator. I didn't know that about her until I read this. So, shout out to not only being a powerhouse singer, but also giving back in the field of education, which, of course, as we know, is under attack right now. That's why I said it's such a blessing, to be able to live to see your 80s and beyond. Um, she's one of my favorites. After, she passed away, I started looking up more of her music, but she was phenomenal. Roberta Flack was born on February 10th, 1937, in North Carolina. The daughter of a church organist, Flack began playing classical piano at a young age. At 15, her talents earned her a scholarship to Howard University in Washington, D.C. 15 years old, y'all. Think about that. Amazing. Trailblazer. Jazz musician Les McCann discovered her when she was singing at Mr. Henry's, a Washington nightclub. Her voice touched, tapped, trapped, and kicked every emotion I've ever known, McCann said. He said, I laughed, I cried, and I screamed for more. I feel like that's the dream of every entertainer. Eventually, McCann helped the young singer sign with Atlantic Records Group, where Flack recorded The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face, which was written by Ewan McCall. The song became a breakout for Flack after it appeared on her first album, First Take, in 1969. After being used in Clint Eastwood's 1971 debut, Play Misty for Me. However, Atlantic Records released a radio version, and that became a huge hit, peaking at the number one spot on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1972. And then in 1973, she won the song for record and song of the year. So shout out to Roberta, hugely talented. And I'm glad that in the 70s they were recognizing, they recognized her talent. Dozens of hits followed, including Killing Me Softly with his song, Feel Like Making Love, Flack's second and third number one song on the Billboard Hot 100, both of which Flack recorded at with Howard University classmate Donny Hathaway. And if you guys ever heard them sing together, it's just ethereal. It's magical. It's just amazing. It takes your breath away. The pair recorded several songs together until Hathaway passed away in 1979, from a fall from a New York hotel room. Oh my goodness. I didn't know that's how Donny Hathaway passed away. May he rest in peace. He was very sensitive, soul reacting to things around him and whatever was inside of him. He was a genius and he wasn't satisfied with his own performances and his own output, Flack told the Washington Post shortly afterward. Like many creative people, his good periods were very exuberant and his lows were extremely low. The loss hurt personally and professionally, but Flack would find a new partner, teaming up and touring with Peabo Bryson in 1980. The duo scored the hit in 1983, Tonight I Celebrate My Love. Y'all ever remember, I don't know if you was ever like fell asleep on your grandma's couch and like you woke up at 3 in the morning, or just whatever, they used to play those real old school CDs, and you would wake up and they'd be like, tonight, you can buy this CD, this duo set for 19.99, and it would be Roberta Flack and Peabo Bryson. They'd be like, tonight I celebrate my love for you. Okay, I'm not a singer, as you guys know that Roberta is, but I just remember that, and like Luther Vandross, Here and Now, just all these old school, like Donnie Simpson, BT. They will always have these old school commercials playing, whether it was R&B, soft rock, pop. Yes, those were the days. I remember her. Okay. Anyway, that was my takeaway from that. That's how I got introduced to Roberta Flack, waking up and having to go to the bathroom or being, thirsty or whatever, and leaving the TV on and just hearing those old school music commercials. She spent the remainder of the 1980s touring and performing, and returned to the top 10 once more in 1991 with Set the Night to Music, a duet with Maxi Priest. In 1997, Flax released a music album, a Christmas album, it was simply titled Christmas Album. Flack's music was introduced to a new generation in the 90s thanks to the Fugees. Now, see, that's where I was introduced to Roberta Flack, through Lauryn Hill, and also when Whitney Houston was singing her song from Tootsie, and they were all in the car waiting to exhale. I remember that scene as well. With Lauryn Hill on lead vocals, their version of Killing Me Softly with his song topped the charts around the world in 1996. Now, see, I was still a kid then, but that was one of my favorite songs. I remember being even in like chemistry class listening to, which I shouldn't have been, but I remember being in chemistry, and when the teacher would step out, it was advanced chemistry, actually. It was horrible. But I just remember that the teacher would leave often, and like the rest, like the quote unquote best students in the class will always like steal the test and cheat and all that stuff. Anyway, the point is, I remember popping in my headphones and listening to Lauryn Hill, and that's how I got introduced to Roberta Flack. In 1999, Flack received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Later that year, she toured South Africa performing for the South African president, Nelson Mandela. That was so, just a side note, but 1999, I know it seemed like it was so far away, but it really wasn't. And the fact that apartheid only ended in 1994, and they're trying to full circle bring back like fascism and, all that mess here in the US in 2025. Wow. I mean, it's just, it blows my mind though that I remember watching A Different World on TV, and they were making, Debbie Allen was bringing awareness about South African apartheid, and this happened only in 1999. That's not that long ago. Sometimes it feels like it was forever ago, though. Flack toured well into her 70s and 80s, performing for audiences around the world. That is amazing. To be able to do that, that is a blessing. What an amazing performer. In the late 2000s, Flack founded Roberta Flack School of Music, at the High Leadership Charter School in the Bronx, providing an innovative and inspiring music education program to underprivileged students free of charge. In the recent years, however, Flack struggled with health issues. She had a stroke in 2016 and was hospitalized 2 years later when she felt dizziness at a jazz festival, Foundation of America event, which she was due to receive an award. But she returned to the stage. She she returned to the stage to sing. Okay, recently is October 2018 at a party for that same charity. See, that is somebody who, I mean, what an inspiration, right? So she got sick 2016, came back and sung at that same stage 2 years later in 2018. Wow, that's goals right there. To the end, Flack performed the classics that made her a star. She said, "It's hard to be moved constantly by your own songs," she told the Associate Press in 2018. "You needed to be in tune with them." And I don't mean in tune musically, but I mean in tune with the lyrics of the song, the words of the songs, and the meanings. You need to be in tune with all that. And all that takes a little bit of doing. Musicians took to social media to bid the legend farewell. Rest in peace, Roberta Flack. American singer-songwriter Carole King wrote. She posted on Blue Sky along with a picture of the artist. Actor and singer Jennifer Hudson called Flack one of the greatest soul singers of all time. She's absolutely right. I definitely agree with her. Your legacy lives on, Houston wrote on Twitter. Last year, Flack praised Hudson's cover of her song, "The First Time I Ever Saw Your Face," which she sang at the opening night at the Smith Center in Las Vegas. Loving this smooth and powerful performance by Jennifer Hudson, singing "First Time Ever I Saw Your Face," Flack wrote on Twitter. I'll link this article with NBC, but I mean, she lived such an amazing life from start to finish. She left such an amazing legacy, and her music will live on. So, rest in peace, Roberta Flack. Your music touched so many lives. I mean, it spanned generations, and I'm sure that your school in the Bronx, definitely will continue to uphold your legacy. Thank you for your beautiful voice, for you being an innovator, an educator, such a hardworking and amazing woman. It's time to rest well. With that being said, I hope that you guys have a wonderful evening. Take some time out, do some research about Roberta Flack, listen to a couple of her songs, and continue to live well. So please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk with you in the next one. Take care, Aces. Bye.